What's going on, guys? I'm going to try to keep this video kind of quick simply because I have a lot to do over the next few days. But without a doubt, me waking up this morning, checking my email, I've had the most requests to make a video talking about this Superman versus Goku thing. Now, this video pissed me off, but not for the reasons you would think. Now, before I start, let me say that Goku is a far, million times better character than Superman, in my opinion. His development, his progression, where he's came from, and ultimately what he's doing now, everything about him is more interesting than Superman, in my opinion. But I am also a Superman fan. Like, growing up, I read comic books, I read DC, Marvel, like any kind of comic book that I could get my hands on that my parents would allow. So I can actually understand why Superman won this. Like, that's what pissed me off. Not the fact that Goku lost, but the fact that they would even consider a rematch right now anyway. Because as soon as this rematch was announced, I knew that Superman was going to win, and there was going to be a huge division between the anime slash manga fans and comic book fans. And, you know, I just didn't really want to check the internet and see all that flooded all over my timeline and stuff. But like I said, I love Goku way more, but also like Superman. But Superman was created to be what man could not be. He was created to be unstoppable. And the biggest argument that I've seen throughout the interwebs over the past few hours was Batman has beaten Superman before, and Goku could demolish Batman, which is very, very true. But when you think about it, Batman knew Superman's weakness, and whereas Goku, he has no idea. This is a new man that he's going up against. But if he did, I'm pretty sure Goku could twist things around, like put some kryptonite rings on his knuckles like Batman and punch the shit out of him. Then he could probably burst Superman into a million pieces. But just Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku versus Superman. I have to admit, as much as it pains me to say, because like I said, I do like Goku more, there is no competition when it comes to an actual fight. Like, their stories and what they're about, like I said, Goku has that hands down. But a fight, Superman will more than likely always win until, like, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan 4 comes out, and he's proven to be like this omnipotent, like, indestructible being. And I feel like I can say this because, like I said, growing up, I did read a lot of DC and Marvel comics, and what I've seen Superman do, no one in the Dragon Ball Z universe has done stuff like this. But, like, I'm just going to point out the stuff they said in Death Battle. I'm not going to get into the things that I've read that he can do. Like, pulling an entire solar system by a chain. This means at least 12 or 13 planets. A lot of them are bigger than Earth, so he's pulling them without sweating. That is a lot. That is a lot of weight. He can travel trillions of miles in like less than 10 minutes. And also he can take the energy of thousands of atomic bombs. Thousands. Whereas, like, in Goku's latest show of power, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, he almost got killed by an average laser. I'm not going to say it's average, but a laser shot by some fodder dude. Like, if you have not seen the movie, Goku literally almost dies. Like, if he had hit his heart, he would have died by one laser. So, I mean, in terms of power, you can really not compare the two. That's why it pisses me off that people are even putting them up against each other in a fight. Now, if you want to talk about plot progression, story, like the feels, and just their overall shows that they're from, I think that Goku has that hands down. But Superman is so unfair because he has so many different sources of canon, and there are so many different variations of the Superman, whereas there's only one Goku, and his story has been pretty much continuous from beginning to where we are now. So, of course, Superman's going to have more, you know, bullshit that he could pull out of nowhere, out of his ass, and he's going to have some amazing feats that he can do because there are so many different variants of his story. Like I said, whereas Goku, he only has one, and he sticks to that. Now, as far as him walking through a Kamehameha and him like dissolving Goku's brain. The dissolving Goku's brain, I would have to say that he actually could do that, but the walking through the Kamehameha, I think that was just to hype up Superman. Although I'm pretty sure, I'm like 100% sure that Superman could take a Kamehameha, but But just walking through it like that, I don't think that should have been like that. I really don't think there is a way to measure exactly how strong a Kamehameha is, but going back to the thousands of atom bombs, nuclear bombs that Superman has endured, and Goku, he has taken many energy blasts in his day, and almost none have killed him. Like, he gets scratched up, hurt, and, you know, knocked out sometimes, but one laser completely rendered him unconscious damn near. So I would have to say that the Kamehameha is weaker than an atomic bomb, or at least thousands of atomic bombs. I don't know exactly how strong a Kamehameha from Super Saiyan is, but I'm pretty sure it's not as strong as thousands and thousands of atomic bombs and whatnot. Now, the spirit bomb is a whole other story, but like they said in Death Battle, Superman would just have to sit there and let him charge it up and gather his energy from so many sources. And Goku couldn't even do it by himself against the fight with Boo. Like, he always had to have someone there, you know, distracting the enemy while he was doing the spirit bomb or whatever. So if it's just a one-on-one fight, I don't even see enough time for Goku to pull off a spirit bomb, unless like in his Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan form, he can collect the energy much faster, but we have no idea if he can do something like that yet. I'm pretty sure the Spirit Bomb will get an upgrade, especially with this God business going on in the current Dragon Ball series. But as of right now, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku versus Superman, like, Goku at his strongest and Superman at his strongest out of all the canon that he's in. Superman has the fight hand down, which sucks, and I really hate to say that, but it's true. I mean, you just can't be an anime fan and turn your like realistic sensors off. Like, I understand a lot of us love Goku more than Superman. A lot of us think that Superman is a trash character, but even if you hate him, you have to admit that his feats are above average. Like, he is the opposite of what man is. Man is really fragile, and Superman is unstoppable besides like one or two things, which Goku has access to none of. So, I mean, I already saw this coming. Like I said, it pissed me off that they made this video again only at Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. They could have waited until Goku got another power up that, you know, showed him breathing in space or something, that showed him lifting multiple planets and whatnot, because I understand that Goku has the power to destroy many planets, but to be able to lift, pull, and Superman can sneeze out, I think it was like 11 or 12 stars, like almost the size of our sun. He sneezed and like they were extinguished, which is bullshit. So that kind of power against Goku's current power, it's just so unfair to me. The sad truth is, I don't believe that Goku can lift up the entire Earth. He may be able to, I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of hard to determine how strong his new form is. But even if he can lift up the Earth, I'm pretty sure he cannot lift up an entire solar system, let alone drag it to a new place. So, like I said, it pains me to say it, but Superman has it in terms of fighting abilities, because he was made to be so absurdly OP, whereas Goku was always made to slightly triumph over his, you know, someone above him. But I think the gap between Superman and Goku is just too big right now, and hopefully, like I said, Goku can close that gap with later on power-ups. Maybe during Dragon Ball Super, by the end, he gets like Super Saiyan God or some shit. I don't fucking know. The names of the transformations are so weird. That's my input. I'm pretty sure a lot of people aren't going to like it, but I'm not looking at it as just a Dragon Ball fan or a comic book fan. I'm looking at it as like a realist stand. I really wish Goku had the power to whoop Superman's ass. I do, but none of his techniques, none of his strength, none of his speed that he's shown us during this series can match Superman at his best anyway. If they had to pick a weaker variation of Superman, I believe it could have happened. But like I said, the gap is just too big right now. So here's hoping that maybe Screw Attack will not do another rematch until Goku has been shown to just demolish everything. Because even in Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Frieza was still handing his ass to him. Like, he was still whooping his ass. Frieza did not die until he turned back into his normal form. For Goku to take out Superman, he's going to have to get enough strength to finger flick Beerus in the forehead and send him flying and defeat Beerus without a single bead of sweat, how Beerus did him when he was in Super Saiyan 3. He's going to have to at least topple the God of Destruction before he can take on Superman, which sounds just so... I mean, I understand Superman, like the writer, has nothing to do with this, but Superman was written... I'm not going to agree or disagree that he is a trash character, but his powers are ridiculous. Like, his feats are just crazy, which has me wondering why people will even put Goku up against this guy in the first place. But tell me what you guys think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.